Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the. I'm going to put this episode in the art class playlist. It's been a while since I've done a video for that series, but I think I want to bring it back up just because reasons. I feel like I have to do some kind of session where it's just me drawing, and I don't know. I just feel like I need to connect with my audience. I mean, doing the shorts, YouTube shorts are great, but it's a bit too short, and I often do the audio kind of after, like the audio and the video are separate. So I want to do it both at the same time because, based on my past experience, this has been the best way to sort of just make content without overthinking things too much. It just feels raw and real and direct. So right now, I do have a new setup. I do have my camera over here, the audio. Yeah, my video has audio from the camera, but I'm also recording from my laptop with my microphone. So I'm trying to do 2 recordings at the same time. Oh wow, professional. And as you can see, the camera is not shaking when I'm moving like my tablet or my table. And the reason why is I was able to buy like a stand with an extension. So now it's like I have like an overhead sort of setup where my camera is not touching my actual desk. So maybe this is the beginning of a new era for Davi where we get to make some more legit content. Just more professional looking content. It may take a while for me to get used to it, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, so I'm gonna bring some references here. I did download a bunch of videos, or not videos, but images, and I want to just get down to business, right? We're gonna use like a marker brush here. Oh dude, I can see my camera, my cell phone. It looks so good. Not to glaze myself. Because I do know, like for me, what is my goal in art anyway? For me, it's just being able to draw the things I like, and it's gonna be a bunch of different things, but I tend to gravitate towards like anime, creatures, or and mechas, and that's pretty much it. Like those are the major things that I can't seem to get rid of. And it's not like I'm trying to get rid of them. It's more about like I just can't stop doing them. Try this. Yeah, I want to draw some, because in my mind, I'm thinking of being able to do like a comic or a doujin. Like it doesn't have to be super serious. Like I'm not, like in my head, in my mind, I'm not thinking like I'm this sort of elusive sort of hidden artist. That's not my thing. In my mind, like what I can grasp in my head is just being a standard degenerate kind of artist, that does art for fun. And to me, if I'm honest, that's all I really want in life. It's just to make art that's fun for me, and that's it. Oh, also using the eraser is sort of new to me, only because I'm so used to painting. So what I would do is I would simply select the white from the background, and then I would use that would be my way of erasing. By the way, I'm not sure what's wrong with my voice. I feel like I'm sort of, maybe I'm dehydrated or something. Let me just drink some protein shake. Time to get jacked. Dude, I'm so happy with my setup right now. It's not the best. I'm still kind of like constrained, but dude, it's way better. And I'm just, I want an eraser that has a bit of an opacity, right? There you go. It's still, no. We'll try this guy. Just the basic round brush with opacity. I'll go back to my brush. Yeah. I feel like I'm drawing this character too big, but whatever. She has like some nice freaking hair over here. If you're someone who wants to be able to draw like a face, or like anime girls or whatever, or character art, if that's kind of like your goal, but when you do draw, you do know that you kind of suck at it. It's a different kind of pain. Like right now, you can't see my face, but I'm sort of grinding my teeth a little bit, like physically, mentally, spiritually. Like it's just not making me feel good. By the way, my reference is AI. I can tell it's AI generated content, but to me, I just don't really care if it's AI, for reference anyway. So I know some people have an issue with that. To me, I'm more of a, if it looks good, I'm gonna use it. Like I'm sort of a cold wow that way, where I'll say that I'm just not as ethical. And thankfully, I've been, like, I'm honest enough to sort of admit that. Not to be a dick, but I just hate the, I'm sure there are people who legitimately care about issues, but there are some people who are just so, like, virtue signaling types, and it's like, dude, just suck a dick. Suck a dick. Anyway. Oh shit! Guys, is it giving fuck? It's giving fuck. Oh, by the way, my canvas size is what? 2400 by 3000. I used to draw via, like, my max width would be like 2K. Okay, so 1600 by 2000. But I want to draw more in a larger size since I'm recording from my camera anyway. Because my issue back then was, sorry, if my canvas size was too big, it would lag my screen recording, so I wouldn't be able to, like, it would lag everything. The recording would lag, my Clip Studio Paint or Photoshop would lag, everything would just lag. So in this way, I have more freedom, I guess, to be a little more. You know what? Let's make the brush a little bit smaller. How about an 8? Right? I'm gonna draw anime girls for my future doujin. Because I'm so, like, my mind is so damaged in a good way. Like, it's perfect for art creation. And to me, I think it would be a crime to not utilize my maladaptive sort of mindset. Because there's this idea called maladaptive daydreaming, where you can spend hours or a long period of time just imagining stuff, and I do have that condition. But then again, I never thought of it as like a weird thing, only because to me, I've always thought of myself as, oh, I'm just like I'm an imaginative type, like I'm a creative type of person. So again, I never saw it as like a bad thing. But I guess for some people who haven't, I think if you haven't discovered like a medium, in this case art, you may think you're insane, but I don't think you should think of it that way. So once you find a medium where you can like express yourself through writing, drawing, making animations, acting, performance, whatever, I think that the feeling of guilt will go away. That's my guess. No, wait. It's kind of like this. Because we're not seeing the full pupil. It's kind of like cut from below a little bit. But, right? I also have this thing where I need to... She kind of looks like... Mari? Is her name Mari? No way. The girl from My Dress Up Darling? Fuck. Yeah, this drawing doesn't exactly look 1:1 to my reference above. And to me, I need to get used to that because I have this sort of bias still. I think it's because of the amount of photo studies I've done in the past, where if it's not exactly like the photo, I kind of get mad, but I need to learn how to not let the reference own me. Oh wow. I need to be the owner of the reference. You know, I have to be the commander. Huh? the master, right? The dom, right? The top. It has to be me. Which is kind of like a little more petite, not bad. Now in this case, since we're focusing more on line art or contour drawing, we're gonna have to skip a bit of the rendering aspect of things, but because I've seen like so many artists who like sketch, right? And their comics are like just like this, not finished ink work or anything. It's kind of sketchy, but it's so enjoyable to like read and see. I want to be one of those. And it doesn't have to be a super complex like Lord of the Rings kind of world building. It just has to be like a quick scene, you know, maybe office lady trips, janitor saves her. They end up together in some form or another, right? To me, I'm just not a deep guy, you know? And I think I've accepted the fact that I'm just not, you know, like a super... I'm not gonna change the world. I'm gonna live and acknowledge the reality of planet Earth, and that's, you know, especially the more you know which side I serve. The demons. I'm sorry. Oh wait, do you see the belly? Do you see the belly? Dude, it's like... Oh, I also want to do studies like clothing studies, you know. I want to be able to learn how to draw render folds and stuff like that too in the future. So I don't know, I'm pretty excited to yeah, you know, I'll put this more on the side maybe. Right here. I just want to have a page where I just sketch for fun. And I think that's the reason why some of us like procrastinate, is because we're kind of thinking of it as like a very serious thing. And because of that seriousness of it, we kind of... it adds way more pressure than necessary. So sometimes I like to draw lines like this to sort of indicate where the shape or the form is going. Lines that wrap around the form. It also helps indicate a little bit of perspective, right? He's wearing like short jeans. Jean texture, but you have like just ripped parts right over here. So hot. You know, sometimes you wanna... it's not like an overwhelming thought, but sometimes I imagine, you know, being in a full-on relationship, because it's been a while, I'll say that. I'm so lonely. And I'm thinking like, would I be able to have... like, I'm just not prepared, you know? And I also... I kind of hate to say it, but I feel like art is a little more important than... it feels bad, but I just... it's sort of an obsession. You know, perhaps I've been cursed with this sort of thing, but my thing is hopefully one day, if everything works out, we can dream, right? That I find someone who accepts my lifestyle. You know, hopefully they're an artist as well. I would like that, but they don't have to be. They just have to accept the fact that they're gonna be second to my waifu drawings. Oh, it's so over. Right? I could draw the you know what? Let me just draw where the hand is instead of like finding my way down. I'll set the end point and then work my way towards the actual arm. Protein shake. You know what I hate about sometimes when it comes to making protein shakes? It's the clumps. It's like, how many times do you have to shake this thing? I've seen other use like an electronic shaker where it kind of spins at the bottom, so you don't have to like do it this way, where it looks like you're sort of jacking off. But yeah, one more sip. And yeah, sometimes the taste of some protein shakes, even this one, it's like a strawberry, but it's just, it feels like medicine sometimes. So, whatever. Let's focus on the, do you see the belly? Neurons activated. Gummy. It reminds me of an anime. It starts with A. It's like a girl-focused anime, but with mecha and dragons. Dude, it was like, it was fun. It was a fun anime. It's not meant to be like super deep, but that's kind of the intriguing thing about it, you know? It's that it doesn't have to be anything else but itself. Even though it can be cartoony, like it has a bit of everything: romance, ecchi, deeper stuff, like darker themes sometimes. I don't know, it was fun. It starts with A something. A something. You know what? Let me just erase this. But it was fun. Sorry, and I remember binging the freaking thing. Do you like the folds, guys? But you know what? There's like an opening here. So we're gonna, oh wow, she has like a really thin waist. Jelly. Reminds me of the waists you have in like the Avatar people, the Na'vi. They're tall, thin waist, very athletic. I mean, born to be hot. I've never seen like a fat Na'vi. Can you imagine that? Imagine seeing a fat Na'vi. Or like a jacked one. I mean, yes, they're muscular, but they're more like lean. Muscular, but that's it. I want to see. Oh, you know what? Look at this. Right? There's like hair here. But again, we don't have to be loyal, oh wow, faithful to the reference. And that's something I really want to get used to. Like, if I have an idea for a scene, can I immediately quickly draw it out without being so tight about it? And notice how she's kind of hot, right? But it's easy to draw this number one with reference, but also she's kind of big, right? I want to learn how to draw people like in a smaller scale, not just in this sort of, because this could be like a poster in itself, right? And you will see a lot of like manga, comic folks, webtoon folks, they can draw people in multiple scales. Right? Because the smaller you draw a person, obviously the less detail you have to, or you're gonna have to add. How do you choose which parts to keep, show off, hide, exaggerate? I want to draw this hand. Okay, and it is. Dude, do you see the fucking dude? Give me a second. It's like a quicker way to like draw stuff. Oops. Right. Oh, sorry for being a bit silent here, but I have to lock in. Not a bad. Oh, something is wrong. I think this one's a bit too far away. There you go. You see the tan? Super simple, but it looks legit. Oh my god, belly looks so fucking nice. Anyway. Now for the reference, it does cut off, so that's whatever. You know what? A lot of these references so far, I think they're better for like a rendering practice instead of like pose practice, but whatever. Yeah, because I want to just draw anything or everything. Protein shake. Let's try another one here. What's our time? 20 minutes. I want to limit these sessions to just short, maybe on average like plus minus 30 minutes. How about that? Number one, it's super consistent, or it's just as long as like art review videos. So it's gonna be a little more, because I do have to edit this because I have an audio from like my microphone and I have to combine it with the camera footage. So that's gonna take some time. Obviously rendering the video as well, but I think right now what I can do is perhaps I can do I don't know. We'll say 3 days a week. I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. And if for Monday, Thursday, I'm gonna do other videos outside of YouTube. So for YouTube, especially for the art class series that I want to bring up back again, it's gonna be on those days, so 3 days a week. We'll see if we can be consistent with that. Because I've noticed that for my art sessions, because I have so many playlists on YouTube, they don't get as much views when I'm focused on just drawing whatever I want. But if it's like study oriented, people tend to watch it because oftentimes they're studying as well on their own time. So I'm guessing they're using my videos like background footage, to watch, to listen to, so they can be accountable a little bit in a way. Let's make it like a size 6. Come on, she's so cute. The nose, just the shadow. You see that? This is one of my favorite things in anime, is that they don't overdo the features, right? And because they don't overdo the features, or they simplify it or stylize it a lot, in a way they can be even more expressive because you can push things like really far or further. So her eyes right now are kind of almond shaped, like more. It's also learning how to draw eyes in perspective a little bit, or in different angles. And the issue is like, how far should the eyes be? Because if you're not careful, it can be too far apart, right? For your taste, or too close. So dude, she kind of looks like Lucy a little bit. Lucy from Cyberpunks, or Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Who's the other girl? Becca. She's kind of thick. A little shorter than Lucy, but she's thick. Like, I feel like she has more muscle for a short queen. I'm not sure why she replaced her. I think in the beginning, did she have her real hands? Because I do know she like adopted her brother's arms eventually, or hands. Not a fan of the big hands. It reminds me of Gachukuta, because the arms, or sorry, the hands and the feet being a bit too big. I don't know. It's not really my thing. I mean, it's not bad. It's just make it smaller a little bit, right? Because you're like giving too much away. It makes sense for like if this is the foot, right? Wow, nice feet. Look at that, right? And it's coming at you. Then the face is here, right? and then it's like dripping with like fluids. Like, yeah, it makes sense if it's gonna be this big, but if it's so far away, if her figure is like this, but the hands are like super large, it's like, I want to have space to enjoy this. Look at the nice feet. Oh, I also want to do like a lot of anatomy practice. So I think my art class playlist will be focused a lot on figure drawing, anatomy. It doesn't even have to be just human. It could be animals and stuff like that, right? Knowing where the eyebrows end as well. Does it go beyond the eye? Make it thinner. A number 4 now. And I do know, even if the character has like hair, right? Like bangs, they'll still show off the, not just the eye features, but the eyebrow as well. So I do like that concept. I could make her hair longer because that's in the reference, but what's my time? Oh, 26 minutes. We're pretty close. So I'm gonna do like a quick video for tonight, or who knows if I can post this tonight. Perhaps in the morning, because I do have to edit this video as well. So a V, just write the letter V to show the where the clavicles are, the midpoint anyway. Because you know there's like 2 tendons, I think tendons here or something. So you can do that. Yeah, that's it. Ear seems a bit funky, but so you know how can we shade? You know what? Let's draw first like the highlight. So we're gonna do our best to miss that part. Shade the whole thing. Oh my god. Shade. Just slightly. And then this part will be a bit darker. This part will be a bit darker. Dude. She's an anime girl. And she's kawaii. And she's my waifu. Dame! Nasai! And so it begins. Ta-na-na. Net. That's a Lord of the Rings reference. There's like clothing here, but we're gonna skip that just because. Eek. Imagine, I really want to double. I want to be a legitimate artist where I have so much content that's actually somewhat finished, right? So it's gonna be this year because I already have like a setup now, right? So it's gonna make content creation so much easier for me. So yeah. We have like a back shot. Or you know what? We'll focus. She could have been like a whole body, but we'll break it down. I want to focus more on her hips. Right? It's kind of like this. Right? Belly button gonna be somewhere there. And the dips. Oh, she has like a super wide hips. Almost like a box, right? Oh dude. She is like well built. And then bam. You know, apparently some girls don't like it when they have hip dips. I think it's this part. But to me, and I think even most guys, because I saw this girl kind of reference that, but she saw in like a comic book shop that almost all of the female characters, female superheroes, they had hips like these. So it kind of gave her a little more confidence. But yeah, I don't really see it as like a bad thing. I know some women have like smoother, where it's more like that, where their hips don't protrude. It's just there. The bone is like right there. But for some, it does protrude out. Oh, that's too much. We're too exaggerated, but you get the point. So it does influence like the contour. I don't mind it. It's not just me. I think most guys don't care. And it does have a different effect. Yeah, there's like a slender... this one, there's a little bit maybe. Hard to see. It will make you look more elegant, yeah. But for this one, there's a reason why it's used for more like superhero types of characters, because it does look a lot more aggressive, more dominant, right? So if you're a superhero, even if you're a female, you have to be a little bit more. You can't be too dainty, right? So just imagine yourself as like a superhero, right? Or a dom mommy, you know? Just like a skirt here or something. It's almost like a box. Interesting. And it kind of goes in deep, like that. You know what? Let's make the brush a little bit bigger. How about an 8? But it's like a shadow part here. Like that. Foreshadow. Foreshadow. Like that. We're not the best hips so far for study, but that's the thing about studies. It can't always be like super like good, because you are trying to figure things out anyway. Wrong. It was supposed to be a little more here. You know what? We'll just add like these wraparound lines to show where the leg is sort of going. We'll try thickening up those edge lines. Not a bad sketch. A bit of shading here. You're just wearing something at the top, right? Kind of like this. This was supposed to be over here, but I decided to draw a quick foot, you know, for myself. I was gonna say for you, but let's face the facts. I do have a condition called foot diction, you know. It's an addiction to foot, so. Boo! Boo! Sorry. Alright, look at that. Thicken that. Oh my god. Fuck. Mamma mia. It reminds me of like a guy who apparently like went berserk. Like in a righteous way, because apparently there was like they were in a theater for like a Mamma Mia thing. I forgot. It was like a show where you have like live performers. I don't really go to those things because I'm poor, but he got mad because there were, I think it was like a group of like drunk women behind him, and they were just trying to sing along to the performance, but that's not what like you're not paying. You're paying apparently, or the idea is you pay for the performers to sing, not the audience. So he went on like a rampage. Well, not a rampage, but he kind of made it known that he wasn't a fan of it. But yeah, I think a lot of people praised him because of that. So I'm not sure what happened. To me, I kind of see it as people talking when you're watching a film. I hate that so much. I don't want to be that guy, but I am that guy who tells people to hush. Because there was this time I was watching a movie with my dad, and there was a guy way up top. We were around in the middle section, or upper middle section, or middle section, and this guy, it was just one guy. He was talking to through his cell phone, and it's as if everyone else in that room didn't exist. And so I had to like make it known. And once I started the whole thing, a lot of people like jumped in, and he eventually left. But my god, like, why would he be such a dick? Like, people paid to watch the film with some nice seats, with some popcorn, and to ruin it because you can't have a conversation outside of the theater. I mean, it's so freaking dumb. So anyway, Oh, one time too, there was a guy in front of me, in front but side. Like in a cinema, you have like 3 sections, right? You have the middle section, right, left. So I was in the middle section, in sort of the lefter seats, and then there was like the actual left section. There was a guy forward left who kept burping throughout the fucking movie. Thankfully, he stopped because I told. Well, I didn't tell him specifically, but I told him to like hush in a very loud way. And you could tell people were whispering behind me, agreeing with me, like, oh my fucking god. I get it once in a while because, you know, we drink like soda when you're eating your popcorn, like it's so normal. So I'm not shaming people for like naturally burping, but like a habitual thing. It's almost as if he's breathing via burping, and I'm like, dude, there's like a limit to stupidity, right? I also realized, as much as I hate it when because, you know, we have like positive visions of ourselves, right? But over time I've realized that I do have a bit of an anger management thing that needs to be addressed. Like I do get pissed off easily. It is not a good thing. I need to learn how to be more stoic, more nonchalant and stuff like that. So in time. You know, I think we've done enough for today. Wow, effort. It's not bad. Not bad. Right? So for this art class, you know what? What's going to be the lesson? How to draw girls and feet, faces. Yeah. I'll just say sketch with me or something. Practicing girls. I'll say that. Practicing female characters. Okay, so I'm going to stop the art class here, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Wait, today's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow is, let me just check. Okay, today's Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday, so I may upload the video tomorrow, but I won't be able to, yeah, because tomorrow I'm planning to do like a Patreon video instead, because it's been a while since I've uploaded something on Patreon. So yeah, right now my current schedule, which I'm trying to implement, Tuesday, Wednesday art class. Oh, sorry, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday art class. So 3 times a week, we're gonna do stuff like this, plus minus 30 minutes in terms of length. And then for Monday, Thursday, that's like a membership thing, Patreon thing. And then for Saturday, Sunday, I'm not sure, maybe for YouTube memberships or something else. Or for bonus stuff, like let's say I get to do like a product review video, so I can have like 2 extra days in a week. So for that, or, you know, for extra content. Okay. So that's it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. And oh, you're right now I'm still testing my brushes, but I'll be updating them in my Gumroad. So if you bought the brushes, I will never hit I just don't do it, like, because you have the option to update the people who bought your brushes in the past. I don't do it because I constantly update, like, randomly, so I don't want to be that annoying. But if you feel like you haven't checked where the brushes in my pack, just go back and you will see like new updates. So right now I was using my marker set, so if you're interested you can check it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't updated this yet. I'm still, for the following videos, I'm gonna test out these brushes just to add some extra tweaks, and then I'm gonna update this specific set. So that's kind of my plan. I'll sort of limit my tool set for now, but once this is over for the following episodes, maybe next week we'll do more colored stuff, you know, with some, well, colors, more painting. I'm still gonna do some drawings here and there, but we're gonna be a bit more diverse, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one on Friday. Where I'll be doing the video on Friday, so I'm not sure if I get to upload on Friday, but I'm sorry. I'll do my best to post it as soon as possible tonight, after my editing. So it may not be possible exactly. It may be technically tomorrow. It's past 12 a.m. But yeah, more to come. Bye.